Hello and good evening. This is Adnan from LPA Properties. And again, we have the flamboyant, another color change of turban today again, Lucky. Lucky Singh, the property fixer himself. How are you, mate? You good?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to be on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody.
Um, Lucky, I mean, as you know, with this whole lockdown situation right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm in London today, in West London. Had a couple of client meetings and obviously I see some family members as well. Just check up on my mum, see how she's doing. But the lockdown on the M40 was really quiet today. So I thought, really? Are we really seriously locked down now? But what I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, Joe Biden obviously got is now president elect. It's official from yesterday. Your thoughts? Is it a good choice or
Well,
not?
I did get it wrong. I actually predicted Trump will get in, but hey ho, that's something that I can't fix.
Well,
Um,
you never know.
so,
You could have your little, you mean,
but
hand in the
I
political.
was actually predicting that it would be Donald Trump because I thought the powers that be would probably get Trump in because of the way the global economy is going to be rolling out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think
Okay.
there's a lot of things that are going to happen now, which are going to be almost unbelievable in the next 12 months. So our belief as an organization is that there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be coming out of America. So it's going to be happy days. Everybody's going to be happy families now for a year or so in America.
Yeah.
Um, so, but a lot of things will be happening in the background, uh, which um, which will mean that there'll be a lot of turbulence in global markets anyway. But that's because a lot of things have already been set in motion. So, in my opinion, I still stick to my opinion that interest rates in the UK will go up, and that the forecaster Martin Armstrong, who forecast an interest rate hike at this time of the year, uh, 20 well this year 2020, I think is still in the cards. So I'm probably going to give him a quick call and have a catch up with him so I can inform the alternative property business solution communities what's really going on. But I am actually beginning to rub shoulders with a lot of ultra high net people, and I do get to know a lot of exclusives about what's really
Indeed, you
going on.
do. Indeed, you do. I mean, I forgot to mention this yesterday, but obviously you gave me quite a few bit of property in prime central London. So you must know the right people who are handing you all this properties to sell on.
Well, I know a couple, let's say.
Well, let's put it this way: it's over £100 million worth of assets, if not more. So kudos to you, my friend. Kudos to you.
Yeah,
Um,
but well, in relation to that question, on more of a serious note,
yeah.
we are actually setting up a ultra high net division, which will be part of the rollout in the 1st of January. But in the meantime, if somebody is looking for off market assets, I
Yeah.
mean, I personally have been given the mandate by at least two confirmed mandate holders now to purchase for them. And
Okay.
then there's about 15 different hedge funds in the pipeline for whom I am now looking to negotiate the purchase, or either hedge funds or private family offices. So,
Okay.
because I'm sitting in the heart of Mayfair, I'm beginning to pick up low end property between 1 to 3 mil. That's quite low end for Mayfair. And we're beginning to also pick up assets in the top tier from 10 million to about 1 billion, which
Wow.
is
Okay.
more, you could sort of call it the top tier, to keep it simple. Anything between like 3 to about 10, 15 million is actually moving a bit slower now for some reason,
Yeah.
but anything at the top or anything at the bottom of Prime Central is actually moving now.
Okay. Now, with regards
So,
to all the deals that you're getting, that you're direct to vendors, aren't you, on these?
so I don't. Okay, just to make it clear that 99.9% of deals we get, we are direct to the person selling. And if we are going to be indirect, then I don't really put my name to them. I'll get somebody else to put their name on them, because I don't really want to be seen like a tout in the Mayfair off-market property market.
That's right. That's right. Perfect. Now, Lucky, I mean, the topic for today is pretty much a follow-on from what we discussed yesterday. In this current market situation that we're in, the double dip recession, as you put it yesterday, is it possible to make $1 million in this current market through buy-to-let investment?
Okay, so the answer is yes. Yes, you
Okay.
can. And what's beginning to happen is that there are a lot of deals that are coming on the table now, because a lot of people, a lot of businesses require income, they need capital, and they have to liquidate certain amount of their assets to be able to sustain themselves. So I think that the opportunity is there now in an unprecedented way, more than ever before. So a lot of private investors that have got deep pockets have got their tentacles out looking for deals. So you can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. But if you're quite new, or you haven't got the reserves, and you can't raise the funds because you're relying upon a lending market that's very tight, then you'll make money. You can still make millions, but the question is going to be the speed at which you do it might be over a period of 5 or 10 years, rather than somebody who's actually been organized enough to get all their capital structure in place and the access to funds to be able to capitalize upon this sort of market.
Okay, but surely, again, location will play a massive part, if I'm correct, where you buy your buy-to-let assets.
Yeah, I think location does. I think it's a bit like dealing with cars, I would say. There's certain types of cars that will hold their value. So if you bought a classic car, I don't know whether you know much about classic cars, but got certain old cars like something called a Morgan.
Yeah.
I actually don't know that much about it, so I'm just going to use an example. Or certain types of Ferrari, or Bugatti Veyrons, because there's limited editions of some of these cars. Obviously, Bugatti isn't classic cars; they are sort of supercars, sports cars as well. They actually hold their value. So I think you really got to understand your market. It's a bit like paintings as well. You may actually buy a really good painting, which may have its price now, but if it becomes not the flavor of the month, next month, you might find that the prices might depreciate for certain types of paintings and painters. So all is not. You really got to understand your market, the numbers, the proposition in terms of what you're trying to do. I think the advantage we've got is obviously being in Mayfair and having a UK-wide presence with our property sales department, which is where you come in, Mr. Pasha, the man with the moves, the man with the dance moves, who's basically got access to all the property deals and the property buyers that we've got across the whole UK. So I think we have access to a lot of stock and a lot of buyers and sellers, and we're growing the portfolio of services we're offering as well to solve a lot of problems in the market. And when you're doing that type of work, your services and the ability to pick up deals for clients and create a win-win situation for both the buyer and the seller are more likely to happen. So literally we're picking up something like 20 properties a week from various people. And I think we're just having to resource up now. I've literally, before this, I've just put an ad out to hire a new PA, hire a new head of sort of marketing PR to help me, because we're picking up a lot of PR work or consultancy work. Somebody's saying great informations. Thank you, whoever that is. So we're also picking up, we're also hiring a new PA, also looking for new, about 9 salespeople across the whole country that can actually sell property for us across the United Kingdom. We'll be setting up local offices in Scotland, in Mayfair, in Manchester, Birmingham, Wales, and it all sounds like Indian accents, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna be serious, please. So, yes, I mean, on a more serious note, I've decided that I can't be too facetious now because I've got so much going on. I've got to keep it more in my serious space, which is more or less impossible for Lakhi Singh actually to be serious. Have you ever seen me serious, mate?
No, mate, no. I haven't. But look, the funny thing is, right now, you just mentioned a very key fact. We have such a variety of service lines. I mean, surely a lot of people who are seeking to get invited investments will want to have that advice coming from, obviously, yourself on Property Fixer Facebook page, where we've got a lot of key people that can assist the individual in our finance, property sales, property purchases, and even to a certain extent, stopping repossessions as well. Do you want to sort of elaborate more on these service lines, Lakhi, and explain why we are the sort of go-to company at this present moment in
time? Well, I see ourselves actually becoming somewhat a leader in the property help market by the end of 2021, and pretty much being everywhere on social media and the internet because of the type of technical knowledge we have in property. So number one, we're amazing at bridging finance and raising funding, both for buy-to-lets, for businesses, for business loans, for bounce backs. We've been helping a lot of clients to achieve amazing results in all those areas. Secondly, we are really good, obviously, as you know, in sales. We have tons of properties to sell. We have tons of buyers.
Yes.
And so we are in a very fortunate position to have a massive database on social media. I think we've got 50,000 on social media alone, and our cleaned up data for property investors is 50,000 just on email. And I think the alternative property business solutions community has grown from a couple of hundred people to over nearly 1,100 now in a period of a few months. So we are, and because we're not the normal type of property company, we're not a training company. We don't do rent to rent. We don't do HMOs. We don't do service accommodation. We don't do any training on how to flip. What we are is very simple. We are like a consultancy helping mid to high net people to grow their portfolio or consolidate it, and to solve any problems they may have in doing so. So I think all our services are really required. So let me just reiterate. So property sales, bridging finance, we're very quick, super quick. We've got access to about 20 private funders with about 5 or 10 million cash at any given time wanting to invest into projects. We've got access to ultra high net people, family offices, about 20 of them that get ample funds invested to property projects. We can also stop repossession in 24 hours anywhere in the country, be it a residential householder or be it a Buytolet portfolio owner who's got a problem with the receivers. So we've got specialism. Currently, we're dealing with over about 75 cases with repossession. And some of them are where properties have already been taken over by receivers and are about to be sold. But one of the litigation cases that we're dealing with, we may be saving the client £10 million. So that is a lot of money. Ching for the client. And I think we're charging them pennies compared to the amount of monies they're going to save. So Lakhi Singh, the fixer, as you say, is probably the most generous person I know in terms of how much we're helping people. But we're not about trying to make a quick buck. We've set up a system, set up the tools. So it's a sort of a consistent service that can scale up and actually serve hundreds of thousands of people. So that's what I'm excited about. That's why on a Sunday at 7:30, just before my dinner, I actually really want to spread the message, want to spread the love. That's why I'm wearing my red jumper, which is the love. You can see the love there now. Yeah, you see that?
And not forgetting the orange turban as well.
That's my heart just there. So you can see the love, hopefully. Somebody's written, give us a Scouse accent. I'm trying to do a Scouse accent, but I don't know how. Can you do a Scouse accent over there? Hey.
I can't, no. I support Liverpool Football Club.
Can you do an accent from Glasgow? From Edinburgh? That sounds like an Indian accent as well, doesn't it? I know.
Everything's
terrible, isn't it? I think whoever the user is, they're going to be crying actually listening to my accents. So apologies if any Scousers, Scottish people actually that are out there. I can say it nae bother, and nae bother. I think that's also a Northern Irish term as well. But yeah, going back to the three services and bridging, sales, stopping repossession, and the most exciting of all is writing off negative equity to zero with a clean credit report after we've written it off. Now that is a statement and a half. We are the only people in the United Kingdom that can do that. So how can somebody make £1 million when they are working in the buy-to-let sector in property investment, when they're working with Lakhi Singh? The way to think about it, it's impossible not to. It's impossible not to be making £1 million. You're working with Lakhi Singh and you've got a bit of cash lying around. I'm going to be that confident. I've had Deborah Sophia Magdalene saying, that's a terrible Scouse accent, Lakhi. And she's written lots LOL. And I think that means that she's crying out loud, yeah? Is that COL or LOL? I can't read that. Crying out loud, yeah? Okay. Or is it LOL? Actually, it is LOL. I'm just winding you up. But somebody should actually write COL, isn't it? Crying out loud. Get it? Crying out loud so people think that you're crying. Okay, so 4 major services to blow people's mind, and with Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, and all his team available to you, the alternative property business solutions community, there is no reason for you not to be making millions of pounds if you haven't done so already, because I actually love it when people make money. I'm not worried about making money myself, but I really enjoy it. One of my passions is to actually make people successful. And that's one of the most exciting things actually of doing this job. I think Deborah's now corrected herself. She's written laugh out loud. But I was joking, Deborah. I knew you wouldn't write something like crying out loud, because I know it's not in your nature. She's written,
but okay,
she's written, it could be lots of love. So that's good. It is. I'll take that with some gratitude. Deborah's sending me lots of love.
Fantastic. But look, so I mean, for anyone right now who's listening in, who's actually on, would you think the best place to be right now is on the actual Facebook group, where we can then obviously help, or let's say guide individuals to make this 1 million
Okay, what I suggest we do is anybody that's watching now that wants to get involved in property, wants to help others, wants to pick up knowledge. I'm looking for nine helpful people that want to be moderators on the group to grow those groups. And the idea is to actually share knowledge and information, and they'll have access to my time and energy and knowledge. So, I don't think they can go too wrong. And if they've got a big database and they've got property knowledge and they want to expand their network, I'm more than happy for anybody to come in and work with us. I don't really care who they are. I don't really care if they're competition. I'm happy to have Rob Moore, happy to have Samuel Leeds. I'm happy to have Ranjan Bhattacharya, Asha Lahi, anybody that wants to work with us. We're open to actually work with everybody and help everybody. So I don't see anybody as competition. I only see everybody, how do you say, as people that I can work with and support and spread the love.
Fantastic. But I mean, like I said, they don't. No one really got an excuse now. I mean, we are offering, let's say, another part of the service as well, with regards to Rescue My Properties platform. Do you want to elaborate more on that as well? As now we're in lockdown, there's a lot of people who are losing their jobs.
Well, one of the most important part of the platform I tend to understated at the moment is that we're offering a franchise opportunity where it's more like a license model where you can become an associate of Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, and you can actually offer out all our services. If you've got some property knowledge, you've got a big network, and you like helping people in property or in business, then you can offer all our services out through a system that we've set up, which is on Rescue My Properties. So we're giving that away for free. If it's for free, it's for me. So if it's free, then it's also for you guys now, because we're offering it especially because of the lockdown. In fact, we offered it since about March, but we haven't really officially launched it because we got so busy. But I will be actually pushing that module because Lakhi Singh, his commitment to anybody out there who wants to be successful in property or has any problems, that I'm going to be out a minimum, I think, what can I promise now? 8, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, but at least about 17 hours a day is what I'm guaranteeing in terms of my time, effort, support to help people out there. Yeah, that's going to be 7 days a week. That's my promise and guarantee.
Wow, I remember last time when I came to Mayfair, I only got to see you for 5 minutes. Do you remember that? And you were super busy. So for you to now say 17 hours, you're going to allocate to someone. Wow, that's...
No, let me get it straight. I'm saying I'm spending 17 hours of my time every day to make sure that I'm available to support anybody out there, but that will be to do all my work. But between 9 and 5, I'm always available to talk. You can just DM me. My PA or somebody will be able to get hold of me if there's anything urgent you need help with, because we aim to help and please. There's obviously certain things we can't do. I can't fly. If I jump off a building, I can't fly, but I can help people with the knowledge I've got in property. So that's always there.
I was about to say, there's nothing impossible for Mr. Lakhi Singh. So if you were to fly off a mountain or fly off a building, I want to put it past you.
We've got to be careful what we say, actually, because
I'm sure you'll find a way.
You maybe end up guilty of doing a Donald Trump by saying, yeah, you can drink bleach and you'll be all right, you get rid of COVID-19. So, yeah, Lakhi Singh can't fly. Don't try flying yourself, because it's not possible to just fly without wings. It may be possible for Lakhi Singh one day, but not quite yet.
So, so we're saying that in this current pandemic, double dip recession, with obviously our help and support, and is there a possibility that you can be making £1 million from Buytolet investment? in this.
No doubt. I think I've had a very positive statement from Sejal Patel, who's saying 17 hours of your time will benefit a lot of people. So, Sejal, yeah, this is my commitment. I'm actually really excited because I've actually done 17 hours yesterday, and I think I've done 17 hours today. So since about, well, I haven't done 17 hours today yet, actually. I've got, I've literally been working since about 8 this morning, and I don't know what the time is now.
It's 8 o'clock. It's night.
8 o'clock now. It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I think by the time I finish, it'll probably be about 17 hours. But I'm working on some very, very exciting things. Lakhi Singh is being noticed by a few very senior hedge funds and a few international companies. So I'm very excited about raising their profile, and we're going to do a little bit of PR and digital marketing work for them as well. So I'm actually hiring 3 staff at the moment. For anybody out there who's got amazing PR digital marketing skills, join my team. If you're an amazing PA and got excellent PA skills, please join my team. And if you are those 9 people out there in, I think I'm going to not do the accents this time, so stop getting myself distracted, is Scotland, Newcastle, Birmingham, Manchester,
Wales,
Kent, yeah, Wales, let's say Cardiff, Kent, and probably about 4 people in London. So anybody who wants to join the team and you've got skills and you want to, you really want to get involved in property sales, we've got the whole system set up, all set to go. So there's plenty of opportunity because we've been predicting a problematic market for about the last 10 years, and we've been putting all the tools in to assist and help people. I think ever since I've known you, we've been saying, isn't it? It's going to be, the market's going to crash. It's going to have problems.
Well,
Now it's crashing. Sorry?
Yeah, 15 years from today.
That's right. That's literally what's happened. So I think I am very, very excited actually about the prospect of what we can do to assist so many people. So even if I didn't sleep for 5 days, and I could actually make a difference to anybody's life, even with that, couple of £1,000 or whatever it's going to be, to try and make their life easier, or save their house, or write off their negative equity, or raise them the money, or sell their property quickly, then that is a really exciting prospect for me and my team.
Indeed it is. I think on that note, Lakhi, as I've got another 2-hour drive ahead of me back to the Midlands now, and there's pouring down rain in the West London area. I'd like to thank you for your time. I know you're extremely busy. And thank you for all those who are actually taking part and listening into the show tonight. And it's going to be good night from me, Adnan Pasha from LPA Properties, and yes, Mr. Lakhi Singh, the dancer, the mover, the shaker, and the property fixer.
I like that. And it's good night from me. And sorry about the overexcitement. I can't help myself on Sundays. It's when I'm chilling out a bit and I feel a bit of extra energy, actually. But you'll see a lot more energy coming from me for the next coming months. So really, really excited about everything that we're offering all of you out there. So do get in touch with Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, here to spread the love.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Good night and stay safe. Take care. Bye now.